Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to A Backwards Glance. This is some local Chambers County stories with a Southern flavor because we are Southern. It's been a while since we've had some activity here on the channel. I think one of the reasons is it's been a little bit of a solemn time for me personally. I lost one of my real heroes in this world. My Uncle Larry passed away a couple of months ago, and it was a very tough thing to go through. How do you lose the smartest guy you've ever known and not really be impacted by it? So, all our best to the remainder of the family. We sure loved him, and we always will. So, rest easy, Uncle Larry. We'll see you again one of these days. Today, we're going to talk about some things that I think may have come to my mind because of recent events. One of the things was a gathering for one of my friend's 50th wedding anniversary. And it was a great meeting at the Methodist church here in town. We got to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. And it was a wonderful afternoon just reminiscing and catching up with people. We got to see a lot of pictures from Tomlinson's pool. We got to see a lot of people that we haven't visited with in a long time and had great food and great fellowship. And I really appreciate Sandy and his wife and his beautiful children and wonderful family for inviting Wendy and I to this thing and having us all together. So that event really spurred my mind to think about how lucky I have been to grow up here in this county, in this town. Well, Fayette is a small town and always has been. Other towns like Roanoke has blown up while we have really kind of gone backwards. But I think there are winds of change around here now. I think there's some ideas, and the growth of Lafayette Main Street may spur us into a little bit more development. And certainly the growth of Auburn and Opelika heading our way will have some impact on us. The thing that I do want to mention, though, is how these events and visiting with old friends caused me to go back and look at some old photos and just reflect on days gone by. And as you know, being a writer, I reflect backwards a lot. My first book, A Backwards Glance, which this channel is named after, was basically a reflection on a lot of stories that are just locked into my mind from my very odd, at times, memory that I can recall things so clearly. I'm going to put up just a few pictures here for you to see on this video. And no, it's not an ego trip. I want to show you some things that really have been on my mind. And the things are based on our own life and our own changes. I am 70 years old. I would have never guessed I would reach 70 years old, and I didn't plan very well for it. But I will tell you, I am one of the luckiest, I would say most blessed people in the world. I am extremely healthy. I don't take any medications. I don't really have any aches and pains. I am still fairly strong and very flexible for this age. And to prove that, I just put up about 250 feet of fence in the front yard by myself. And it was it was a challenge, but we got through it. And I'm loving the work, the hard work we get to do here on the farm. And I do a lot of YouTube channel content about Sid's Blue Sky Farm, if you ever want to look that channel up and see it as well. But take a look at some of these photos here because they're going to go back to my younger days. Some of them I think are from college. Others are days right after leaving Troy State University with my friend Richard Heath. Then there's going to be shots of kids that were small and kids that have now grown. Just some really wonderful kind of things that we all need to think about. We need to sometimes reflect back on how lucky we are and how fortunate some of the things we've been able to experience are for us in our own world. I, for one, would have never guessed I would have 4 million miles on Delta and flown all over the country and visited multiple foreign countries when I was a kid growing up in Lafayette, Alabama. I just never had that enter my mind. There are things that happen to us for a reason. There is a purpose for the things we do. And I heard an interesting thing in church yesterday. It was like, what about the things that would have happened if you had done something different? Well, those are the kind of sentences that really get my mind buzzing. And it has really helped me to kind of get focused on thoughts because you can't go back and change those things. What that does is help me focus on the things I am doing now and how they focus on other people and other things that are around me. I think it's really important to be a little more focused. That may be the wisdom of age and, white hair. Because when I was young, I didn't have much focus. Ask any of my teachers. They will tell you I was not exactly known for being focused, except on one thing: football. Coach Nettles will back me up on that. That's all I thought about. But other than really being fortunate, blessed again in my entire life with great health, I've been blessed with great friends and a fantastic family. I've been supported all my life by my friends who have never really called me out for the stupid things I've done. They've always been there for me and continue to be there today. I am really especially blessed with my family. My wife is incredibly supportive. My kids are very supportive, and my grandkids are warm and wonderful, and they love their grandfather. So if you just stopped right there, that's a lot. We're also blessed to be in a beautiful place here back home and be able to take care of it, have the good health to manage this place and try to make it look as good as it can and hopefully create something for someone else down the road, maybe another family member that might want to move to Ridge Grove one day in the future. So take a look at some of these photos and we'll come back in just a second and reflect on what they might help you remember. As you saw, there are an awful lot of pictures of me, and that's just because I am the one controlling this content. For one, my wife does not want to be on YouTube, so there will be no pictures of my wife unless it's an accident on YouTube. And I'm real cautious with putting pictures of my grandkids. Those will be very limited. Now, my two beautiful children, Colin and Julie, they're like me. They love being on camera. They don't have a problem with it at all. So if you think about some of those shots, birthdays, kids' events, just warm moments you spent with your children and maybe places you never thought you would be. There's a shot of Julie and I on the deck at Sunnyside Hotel and Lodge in Lake Tahoe. I would have never guessed I would be in Lake Tahoe for 10 years in a row, just celebrating vacations. And it's a wonderful and important memory for me and my kids. And for Wendy, it's a great time we all shared together at a very happy, I think, and good part of our life. I think one of the things that we can do is be reflective. If we will just try to go back and find some of those very positive memories, and I heard an awful lot of those at our gathering at Sandy Martin's 50th anniversary celebration. Conversations about crazy events, maybe, but they were warm and binding memories to a lot of us. In that gathering, those friendships that had been separated for years in many cases felt new. They felt like they had happened that day. Those are the memories and the abilities we have to cling to real positives in our life. And no, I'm not trying to give you a sermon. That is certainly not my way of doing things. But I would encourage everyone to try very hard to look at the very good things that have come out of life, because there's plenty of bad things that we've all had to go through. And there'll be more bad things. Let's just hope they're all outweighed by great memories and really good decisions that create real positive events for all of us going forward. I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of a flashback to earlier days in my life and my kids' life. Take some time, give yourself a chance to go back and refresh a few memories as well. I hope this video helps you all a little bit. We will come back soon with more stories from Chambers County. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.